We're back home, not in Baltimore anymore, and it's time for a new episode of Dub Life.
Dub Life, Natalie and Kaya too. If you ride the horse, say make sure you squeeze it tight. It's Dub Life tonight.
Safety.
Hey friends, I hope you're doing well as we are moving into February. Is that right? Are we in February? It's episode 221 of Dub Life, and February is just a few days away. January's gone by really, really fast, right? Kind of always does. It feels like it starts off, the first few days are really slow, especially get that weird gap between Christmas and New Year's where you just maybe not making the healthiest decisions with whatever that may mean for you, and you're sitting around, and a lot of us get to take at least some time off work, or we have weekends or long weekends or whatever. We don't know when it is, and that time just kind of is a blur. And then you get back, and like the first week back to work for me, it's just miserable. It's slow. Feels like it'll last forever. Then it kind of picks up. And we're almost at February. 1/12 of the way through the year. It's hard to believe when we just celebrated New Year's. But we are back home. And as you are watching this, hopefully, the Ravens are getting ready to play in the AFC Championship game. We went to the Ravens wild card game last week. You saw that. We had a wonderful time in Baltimore. Unfortunately, Penn State did not win, or tomorrow, or already, earlier Monday. Last week they would have played for the national championship, and I think they could have won it. Looks like it's going to be Ohio State likely as the favorite. They will be playing, who are they playing? Ohio State's playing Notre Dame, who beat Penn State. So I don't really care who wins that game, but I hope the Ravens are the AFC Championship game. I hope they're playing the Chiefs. Opportunity for some revenge from last year. But we had a great time in Baltimore. Regardless of what happens, the Ravens-Bills, for me, as I'm filming this, is coming up. It probably is already in the past for you. Hopefully Baltimore won that game. But we had such a fun time in Baltimore. We didn't talk as much about the entire experience of our trip because we had that unreal event happen at the end where Natalie actually got to meet Justin Tucker, the Ravens kicker, who is a lot of Ravens fans, one of our favorite players. He's the longest tenured Raven. He's the only Raven left on the team from the last time they won a Super Bowl in 2012. And he's a very interesting person. He's an opera singer. He can sing in like five, six, 7 languages. He's, in my opinion, the greatest place kicker of all time. And he's just done so many cool things for the community and the city, but also just he's a good person, and he's a legend for the Ravens. And Natalie, getting to know his story and the interesting things about him and being an opera singer and all of his creativity and uniqueness, and he's a nerd and all this stuff, kind of got her into cheering for the Ravens and cheering for football. So it was so cool for her to get to meet him. And we are certainly thankful to Justin Tucker. Maybe at some point in this, we'll have her tell the story of how it happened. Because even though I was filming it, you couldn't see everything that happened. I didn't know everything that happened until later. So we might talk to her later about that. I actually don't have a car currently. When we were coming back from the Three Doors Down Creed concert at the beginning of December, there was something on the road that we couldn't see because of the trucks and stuff, and it just was there, and we ran over it. I feel like it was a car hood, or it was something flat but like substantial. And we ran over it, and we thought all it did was affect like kind of the plastic that's like under your car in the wheel wells, because it would just flap and like hit the tire. So we had just tried to tape that back up. My car has 150,000 miles. So we're not trying to put a lot of money into it necessarily. And I didn't, insurance is so expensive for all of us, and you file a claim and it makes it more insurance is more expensive. It's just very frustrating, as we all know here in America, at least with our insurance world. But other things started to not work, like the sensors on the front. So I wondered if the sensor got damaged in that. And so I had to drop it off right before we went to Baltimore, and I haven't heard anything yet on an insurance claim. So I don't have a car. So it's going to be a bit hard to run around at NECA Funko sections or anything like that. But we do have some things we can do this week. It'll probably be a much more relaxed episode this week versus going to Baltimore. But I've got the Mondo Rogue, Uncanny X-Men exclusive Rogue that came in. We're going to look at that. We are going to look at those Barnyard Commandos that are that we picked up on the way to Baltimore that were on clearance at Walmart. We're going to look at that. I have the pins that we got at Baltimore. I want to show you those just because I didn't really get a chance to show you those. They're cool. What else do we have going on? There may be other toys that come in. I think we're going to open up some Dragon Ball cards. Just me. Probably be a lot of time with just me because, again, I don't have my car. And Natalie's at work all week. Kai's at school all week. We don't have anything really interesting happening at all this week. So it's just a regular week. We're going to see what comes in the mail. We're going to talk. We're going to catch up. And we're going to enjoy Dub Life. And this week, Dub Life is relatively low-key. So here we go. Dub Life. So this is my pin board that isn't Four Horsemen exclusive, except it does have to go to Christmas Pass because I ran out of room on my Four Horsemen exclusive one. We got the AFC North Champions pin for this year. I need to see if there's collector's pins for previous years. And then the Ravens Steelers game we were at. Like, is there a Ravens Chiefs game from when we went last year? I'm trying to put those right there. I'm going to need to get a new pin board. I've run out of room. There we go. The only other pin I have is when I went to the Big Ten Championship years ago. Penn State, Wisconsin for sports. But I need to check out and see if I can get more of those. I like it. Let's look at these two dudes. Corporal High on the Hog and Major Legger Mutton. Premium DNA toys. I think Nacelle has all these now. Is taking them from Premium DNA. I don't know. DNA makes like Battletoads, work on Gem. I think we're still in trouble. I tie back to that Megalopolis toys. $15 on clearance at Walmart. I would like to get Private Side of Bacon. I'm not going to lie to you. Sergeant Woolley pullover. Legger Mutton had a slipcover. This one did not, but that could just entirely be Walmart. All right. See his little bio there. Also high on fighting. He loves the smell of rocket fumes. You can see that. Private Side of Bacon. Major Legger Mutton. I have no idea if these guys are cool. I've never seen one out of the package. But we're about to see one out of the package. Here's his bio. There you go. The hardest things to open. Just one little piece. That looks like they're clamshelled together. So I'm guessing I'll take that off and nothing will have twist ties, which would be wonderful. Just get some water. Yeah. Oh, half watermelon. Does this guy just come right out? Oh, he does. All right, they're really easy to unbox, so I appreciate that. Let me get them both open and we'll look at them. Corporal High on the Hog. Pretty good sculpt and paint. I mean, they do a great job with the little cartoony looking things. Just like they did the Battletoads. His leg is loose. Right out of the package. Not surprising for Premium DNA, but it's not broken. I'll be able to fix that. Then he has this huge, like, radar. Like, you plug that into the tire. This tire is actually a pretty nice accessory. You could use that for other things. So, shish kebab sword. And I think this is probably part of the radar dish. So he has a bunch of different radar accessories. I don't even know how all that works. He has a lot more than the other guy. The Major Legger Mutton comes with this gourd, pumpkin, watermelon, half watermelon. All of these are definitely things you could use in figure photography. Then Major Legger Mutton, clearly like a sheep, with a huge missile launcher. That goes on his back. Or he's a ram, I guess. Oh, they're cool. $15 each. Definitely cool. All right. I'll move ahead to whatever's next. We got to open this Mondo Rogue. We're going to open some cards, do some other things. But there you go. There's some toys. There's Justin Tucker's autograph on this jersey and this sign. And Natalie got this today. Not me. That's a real statement. Natalie got a true Justin Tucker Jim Mint 10 rookie card autographed. That is not a common thing because undrafted kickers don't get rookie cards made of them. So this was one of those like Panini does where you do mail-aways. I think there are 140 in the world, and there's only 4 in the population, Jim Mint 10. How does that make you feel that you have that?
It pleases me.
Does it mean that you're Justin Tucker's biggest fan?
I am.
So she had planned, she had this sign, she was going to have it during the game. I have not yet watched to see if we can ever see it during the game. I don't know if Amazon still has the feed. And then what her goal was going to be was after the game, she was going to turn it upside down.
And I was going to write
She was going to write all the things she had, like all these things.
Yeah.
Because she has this, she has a personalized autograph that a client gave her.
Yes.
Various other things.
Yeah. So I was just going to, kind of put reasons why.
Why I would like you to sign my jersey.
I'm Justin Tucker's biggest fan.
Yeah.
And so.
That kind of went awry.
It did.
Well, so after the game, we'll walk over here because Kaya hasn't heard this story either. After the game, it was a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
Because we walked to the gate they told us to, and it was like, oh, this is just people leaving.
Well, it was just people leaving. Yeah, it was gate D from what the internet said. And when we walked out, it was just the statue and people going and leaving. And so then we saw, like, the security people standing outside the...
We didn't know where to go.
And we didn't know where to go, so I walked up to one of the security people who were all very serious, very tired, very cold, very ready to go home. They all were, rightfully so.
Making $15 an hour or whatever they make standing there.
Rightfully so. And I approached them and was like, if, perchance, someone were to happen to attempt to get one of the players' signatures as they were leaving the building, theoretically, hypothetically, where would one go to achieve this? And they were like, right over there where the big...
It was funny. It's like, see all that mob of people? There. That's where you go.
And I was like, and we could see once he pointed out, but it was pretty far down.
Yeah. It was probably a couple hundred feet.
Yeah. So it wasn't like right there.
And because it was just a kind of a mob of people, it didn't look much different than the random mobs of people that were other places.
Like a group, you know how people sometimes go in groups and with their friends and stuff. And so we were like, okay, so we wandered. Oh,
he said you're going to have to push your way to the front, and you're like, oh, I got that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can make that happen, as Kaya will attest if I have a goal in mind. And so I'm small, I can kind of read all through. And so we approached the horde, which is a very, very dense horde of gentlemen.
Mostly drunk guys.
Mostly
big drunk guys that don't care that you want to get up there.
Half of them were not wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Which was crazy because it was freezing.
Yeah.
And they did not care who I was.
I also want to get up there.
Yeah. I asked as nicely as possible. I said, do you think there's any possible way I could try to get towards the front because I'm so short and I can't see anything? And they were like, nobody's going to let you up there. And I was like, got it. Understand because everybody wants,
Yeah, there may have been people that have been standing there for 3 hours. They may have left early.
Totally understandable. So then we kind of walk off to the side to where we wouldn't we were probably 10 feet, 15 feet.
Yeah, so if imagine my fingers are like gates, like security borders, and then they have a row of security people. They are walking through this pathway to their private parking lot. The players are.
Correct.
So we move over here where a regular road is so we can kind of lean over and see. Natalie really can't see. I can just see over everyone. I'm like, oh, there's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that guy. And none of them are signing.
No, they were all very focused. They were ready to go home.
They're trying to win a Super Bowl.
They didn't even turn to look at anybody that was yelling their names.
Yeah.
They were just going to their car.
And not being rude, just they were done with work. They were going home.
And so after the third player that just walked straight to their car, I turned to Brian and I was like, these guys seem like they're just ready to go home, and I doubt, and I was like, we'll give it another minute or two, and then as we started to turn to leave,
for those of you who have seen Natalie at conventions when she would like to get food, and you see like 20 minutes before it, you're like, oh, this is about to change. We're done. We're about to be done with this.
So we turn to then leave because I'm like, odds, all of that, there's tons of people, it's very dense, none of the players are turning around, all of these things.
And for all we know, he's already left, too.
Right. We could have missed him, and so I'm thinking of all of these things, and I'm like, all right, let's just get back to the hotel where it's warm. And we turn to leave, and I hear somebody yell, Justin! And I said, what? And I whipped my sign up, and I was like, we love you, Justin! And so I was just standing there with my sign.
We're at the very back of the crowd.
The very back. So there's probably like 7 or 8 feet of bodies between me and where...
At this point, it's probably where I started filming. Because I would have been showing you her at the back with her sign. And you could hear me saying, Justin, she made this sign. Can you look up and see the sign? Because I knew he couldn't see her. And I'm trying to say things that are different than, oh, I love y'all, I want my autograph. I'm trying to say things where he's like, that person's talked in a complete sentence.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should hear what he said.
And so I can, like, see the top of Justin's head.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to shuffle to where I can find a view where it's, like, in between, it's that perfect lineup of in between bodies so I can just see a clear view of him.
No.
That's all I'm aiming for at this point, is a clear visual
She wants to see him.
Of Justin Tucker. And so then I've got my sign up and I'm trying to see, and then a gentleman behind me said, would you like to get up there? And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, I think we all want to get up there. And so that was it. That was the interaction. I turn back, I'm holding up my sign, and then all of a sudden I feel something at the back of my thighs, and then I am just getting higher and higher and higher in the air. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but I can see Justin Tucker! I can see him! He's right there! And I'm just holding up my sign, and I was just, love you, Justin Tucker, you're the greatest, you're the GOAT. And so then one of the employees on the other side of the gate,
the security people for over there, for that side. Different than the people in the parking lot, but still like they're the player security. Yeah.
Correct. And so like I'm holding up the sign and then one of the security people look at me and she was like, do you want him to sign something? And I was like, yeah, I would love for him to sign my jersey. And she's like, if you hand it to me. And then she looks at me and she goes, oh God, you're wearing it. And I was like, yeah, I am. And she's like, hold on. And then she turns to one of the other guys and then she turns back to me and she looks up at me and she says, come on. And she grabs my hand and she starts pulling me. And then she starts cussing out the guy who has me on his shoulders to put me down so she can get me. And then she's like, I can't even see her once I'm back down on the ground.
I think
I can just feel her
pause here, because what Natalie doesn't completely know is happening here is Justin Tucker's leaving.
Yes.
He had taken a couple pictures. He's the first person that we had seen take some pictures. He had signed autographs to the front, and he is walking to his car.
I was at the back towards the stadium. And he was up here.
Yeah.
And parking lot's right here. Like, cars are right here.
He's 10 feet from point of no return.
Right. And so I feel her hand. I can't see her once I'm back down on the ground. I just feel her hand, and I feel her pull me through like I'm being birthed. And then I come through. She pulls the gate open, pulls me through, whips the gate back open. She says, stand right here.
On the inside of security now.
Yes,
yeah.
I am on the other side of the gate now where the players would be walking. And I've got her beside me and another security guy in front of me. And they said, wait. And I was like, okay. And so Justin takes his last picture, signs his last signature, and then he turns to leave. And then the female security guard says, Justin, please turn back around. I have your biggest fan. And he turns back around and he has a big smile on his face. And I was like, would you please sign my jersey? And I turned around and he leans up and he signs it. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
While you're wearing it. Yeah, while you're wearing it.
While I was wearing it.
Using some other random person's marker, because who knows where your marker was at this
point.
point.
In the backpack that at this point I don't even realize I've got on me. Like, it was all just a blur.
And all of that is from the point he walks out to somebody saying there's Justin to you being back with me. 2.5 minutes maybe.
2.5 minutes. All of that transpired in such
like he couldn't have signed more than 10 things.
No. And then after he left, after he signed my jersey, he turned around.
Yeah, it was that last thing. He turned around and walked. Didn't look at anybody, no eye contact, just straight out.
And then just left. And I was just like, I want to thank this person, whoever hoisted. Now, and Brian will attest to this, if he would have asked me, if Brian would have asked.
I thought about asking her. She would say no, let's just go to the hotel.
Any human being on this planet would have been like, do you want me to put you up on my shoulders? I would have been like, no, absolutely not. Yeah. Did not know that's the way he meant. Yeah. But then I was up there and I could see Justin and I was just in it at that point. Yeah. But I wanted to think that could not pick that guy out of a crowd. And I hate that because it was him, it was her, it was the security people. Like, it was all of these people coming together to help me.
Now, what we haven't even talked about this, what I think is also great, because I for all of my life want to do something and have somebody that I don't know come back to me and be like, I saw this person do something, and be like, no, that was me. Like, that's the type of event that happened there. If you ever get the chance to meet him, which probably we will, we'll go to something he's at where you actually can talk to him for a couple minutes. There's a chance he will remember the person that got pulled on in front of security that you had to, like, he won't remember any of the other jerseys he signed. That one he might remember.
It was crazy. It was
Justin Tucker's biggest fan.
Can't believe it. Still speechless and just baffled.
That was the greatest. All of this at 1 a.m, and it was 10 degrees.
And I was sweating.
You had 17 shirts on.
You were sweating?
Yes.
Yes! I was sweating. I had hot hands in the back of my neck. Like, I had them everywhere.
At some point, we'll talk about her hot hand strategy, which is very effective. Like, I've never seen anyone, hot ears, hot ponytail, hot chin.
Look.
Hot cheeks, hot feet, hot pits.
Was not cold for a second. And I was standing outside in 15-degree weather for hours.
That's true.
And never felt uncomfortable.
It was wonderful. That was wonderful. The whole thing was wonderful. Y'all should go back and watch that episode because it's
also invest in hot hands.
Hot hands, yeah.
And the penguins.
The penguins were tremendous. I feel like those are a fire hazard. They were so hot.
So hot. Those penguins get so hot.
All right, on we go. Wasn't that a wonderful story? It is the next day. I've got my Dragon Ball shirt on, and we're going to open up some Dragon Ball cards. But a great story. I wanted to have Natalie tell that story because I think it's wonderful. She gets so excited telling it. And I wanted to have it so I could watch it later, one day down the road and remember that moment. And if you go back and watch that clip at the very end of last week's episode, you can see those things kind of happening. If you just watch the sign go up and then go back down and then kind of get close, it's hard to see, but you can see it. But we're thankful to all the people, strangers that helped her make that happen. Of course, to Justin Tucker, and what a great time. But now let's open up some cards. I'm actually going to set up with this thing, a makeup light, sun pack mirror light, while I do this and see if that helps. But it's like a tripod and a mirror and I don't know. We're going to just try it out. This is I have 2 Dragon Ball books that I'm keeping them in. So this is Series 4, Ultra Limit FB04. So once you get to Fusion Works, the FB I think means Fusion Booster. And then you get starter decks that are FS. Those are all the way through 07. This is the current one you see in stores. I actually have a sealed booster box of this. This is not a sealed. This is actually just 24 packs that I bought from someone in bulk. Probably means they weighed and maybe found some of the good hits and whatever. But we will put these into, this is FB04, I believe, where these are. So I have just a few packs that we've opened and get them put in there and hopefully get some hits. But it is 24 packs. I'm not going to open all 24 of them while I sit here on camera, but we'll open some up and see what we get. I always forget the thing about the ring light is it puts it in my glasses. And even though you can see me better, you see the ring in my glasses. So, anyway. Ring in the glasses. And, all right. So, we're just going to put a few of these on camera. This thing's pretty nice. I guess I could show you. Hold on. It plugged in right there. It's got a, let's see, what's this? Brightness? Yeah, brightness settings. Oh, and temperature settings. Maybe I should do a little more. And it all folds back into this little thing. It's got a clamp. I do not think it will hold the phone wide. I've just been resting the phone right there on top. But I may just give it to Kaya so she has it for when she needs to do makeup on the road. But I thought I'd try it out. Okay, so. I've got my little cards here or things. So again, I bought somebody. So I think maybe in a sealed booster box, 12 cards per pack, 24 packs in total, 133 different types. They may have like a one extra card in a booster box. So the person may have took that. This also could have come from a store. And I bought it on TCG Player. And they were selling 24 packs for like $1 a pack. Less than that, like 70 cents a pack. And they had 2 of them available. So I just bought both. Which is, so, a booster box. So these are, a pack of this is normally $4.50 at Target, and I got these for 75 cents each. Maybe you can weigh these like you can Pokemon cards to see if you have the big hits, but because I'm trying to get all the cards, it doesn't really matter. So I also do have a sealed booster box of sets 2, 3, and another of this 4. I do not have a set 1. That is something I'd like to get. So anyway, here we go. I would like to complete all of the cards from Fusion World that have been regularly released. They do have a number of cards that are promos and tournaments. I don't think I'm going to get those. And I may not even remember if I have these or not, but we'll see. Shiaotsu. Actually, let me take that, put that there. New Planet Tuffle. Ooh. Goku. Haven't played the game. I do have all of the starter decks. I hope to have a day with James where I get to play the game. Hercule. The Great Priest. I know it's in reverse for you, I think. Kibito. I don't think I have him. GT Gohan in the suit. The hits are at the back. Shansa. I don't know what that is. Evil Majin Buu. I like that. I don't want to get all the boos. Go Tanks. Ooh, I know I don't have this. Great Saiyaman 2, and that's a foily one. That's cool. Ooh, I know I don't have this either. A really nice Kid Majin Buu with all the spirals and such. So I think that was good. That's a good first deck. You know, I opened some football cards, not too recently, but a couple months ago in an episode. And I didn't get any Ravens. I opened a whole box of 10 packs or something like that. I didn't get any Ravens. That was disappointing. That's why I've kind of moved over to this. I even said then, I just need to buy the Ravens cards I want. But these, I like all the cards because I like Dragon Ball and I like to look at the stuff and you get some cool hits and whatever. So I think this is much better for me personally. Let's open another pack. How about you guys? I saw that there is it Fleer? I don't know who makes it now because I didn't think Fleer is still a company. But the Marvel Upper Deck, maybe? Marvel Masterpieces, 92. They've reissued those cards. So that's like the famous set that people love. People have binders of from all these years ago from 1992. I have not seen those yet. I know Toy Bro's been posting that he's been getting them. They look fantastic, if you ask me. Then there were new Spider-Man cards that were in Target recently that you saw David and I pick up. And David has since bought more of those. He did a live stream on Instagram where he opened some. So there's some cool Marvel cards out there too. I think there's some cool Star Wars cards. There's Goku. Saiyan of Universe 7. Yamcha. I don't think I have a Yamcha. South Supreme Kai. I guess I should show you first. Arch Enemies Team Up. Who is that? Bobbity? Bibbity. Shen. Is that Turles? Yeah. It's in reverse for me too. Pan from GT. I like the art on these. Is that Kami? Yeah. What does that say? Amazing hidden potential. Is that in Gohan? Yeah. All right. We should be getting to the good cards. Yeah, there we go. Is that a Raditz? That's cool and shiny. That is a rare card. It says in the bottom, the green rare. Let's see. Those are both the rare. Oh, the Majin Buu is a secret rare. Where are we at? That. Gold SR secret rare. All right. So here's the last one. Oh, a GT Trunks. Also a secret rare. Look at all the lightning effect on that. We'll open one more pack together, and then I'll just work through it on my own, and I'll show you all the hits at the end. But, you know, if you're my age, in your 40s, you grew up on cards. Probably baseball cards. A little bit maybe football cards or basketball cards, but a lot of us grew up on cards, or things like the Marvel cards, various other things like that. And then also, I am a Pog era person. And I remember Pogs like it must have been around forever and ever. But I think Pogs were like a year. But we would walk. This is before any of my friends had a car. So we're in the neighborhood. We're probably 13, 14. And, you know, back in the 80s and early 90s, you just did whatever. Parents weren't quite so protective as we are, as I'm a parent now. You know, like they'd go to work in the summer and we do whatever we want. Like walk around outside all day, ride bikes, play fort in the woods, booby traps, capture the flag, king of the hill. And we lived probably a mile and a half back off like a main road into a neighborhood. And we would walk. There was an Eckerd's, I think was eventually bought by either Walgreens or CVS, but there was like Eckerd and Revco. There were more like local pharmacies or just different brand names. I think it became a Walgreens, but we'd walk to the Eckerd's and you could buy baseball cards there. But just like today, you know, kind of mass release baseball cards. And then we had a pawn shop that also sold nicer baseball cards, Pogs, Slammers. And so this is my buddy Justin, my buddy Wynn, Doc, Kelly, like all the guys that we hung out with, all the, you know, their little teenage kids. And so we'd go do like yard work, clean up people's yards or whatever we could do to earn money. Because I didn't get an allowance or anything like that. We didn't have that opportunity. We didn't have that kind of money. So we'd go do stuff for people. And then we take that money and we walk up there and we buy baseball cards and we'd buy Pogs and Slammers and whatever. And so I have a lot of nostalgia for actually opening cards. And back then I didn't care about what it was worth. I was trying to get, Frank Thomas or Ken Griffey Jr., players like that. I liked the Orioles, and that is before the Ravens were even a team. So something about Baltimore, I guess. You know, I think Camden Yards and all of that, because I liked Cal Ripken, maybe because he was the Iron Man, played a bunch of consecutive games, and they had some other players that I liked a lot. I liked Mo Vaughn. That was one of my favorite players for whatever reason. Had to get a drink of water, a little tickle in the throat. I'm still not quite over it. Brady Anderson, also in the Orioles, I liked. And so I'd open cards, and like, sure, it would be cool to get. I mean, there really weren't even inserts back then. I don't remember. Like, you were trying to get the players that you wanted. And sure, maybe like a rookie card or whatever. I mean, we all were trying to get the Ken Griffey rookie card 1989 Upper Deck set. But and then you like to see the players you like. So I have a nostalgia for actually opening them and kind of enjoying every single thing I'm looked at, not just to see what the hit is. And then cards have changed a lot, and I haven't collected them much other than the Pokemon stuff with a kiddo. But, you know, there's something about, like, I'm a very organized person. I'm a very consistent person. And, you know, you've had a video at noon on Sunday for however many years. I'm very OCD, that kind of thing. And so even the act of opening the cards, seeing what I get, being excited about them, and then I like to organize them and put them in, like, their number order and then find a binder. And how can I look at them and see what I'm missing? And, like, all of that is fun to me for whatever reason. So just the act of opening cards is enjoyable, but I want it to be cards that I like all of them instead of just, oh, I hope I get this one, and there's a 1 in X chance. I'm not interested to sell them or resell them. It's cool if they're worth something, but I have never, ever in my life actually sold a card. So I don't, will I ever do that? Maybe. Maybe not. But so, that's where it's coming from, is I'm enjoying doing it with Kaya, but then Kaya's not like, her interests, her time, more importantly, moves a lot, right? Because of her teams and whether she's working on a costume or not. And so she's not just always available to say, let's open Pokemon cards for 3 hours. Sometimes she doesn't have 3 hours in a week. Truly, that's a real statement. And so sometimes she doesn't have time to open cards with me. So I want to have cards I can open by myself, or sometimes with the family or whatever. So that's what this is, scratching. And I like it that these are not super desirable. You can buy the boosters or the cases for less than the price of the boosters. It's not terrible hit on the wall. And again, 75 cents. These are $5 every time I'm opening them. I'm not opening 20 today. I can open 20 75-cent ones today. So it's a little, I don't know. It just does something for me. So a little soliloquy. Dr. Mew. I don't know who that is, actually. Yeah, I don't remember. Heat Aura. That's Jiren. Yamcha, again, that may be the same Yamcha. Yay, Majin Buu. Self-destructing Cyberman. I'll show you first. Oh, is that? Oh, Dispa, I like that. I like the Jiren, I call them the Jiren Force. Pride Troopers of Universe 11. I'd like to get a good Jiren hit. Kibito again. Blind Spot Absorption. That's kind of a boo card, right? After Gotenks. Sorry. Oh, there's a good. Oh, that's Topo. Good. Another one of the Pride Troopers. He's the god of, when he turns into the god of destruction. Oh, that looks like a good one. An Awaken card. Vegeta. I think those are also two-sided. Yeah. I don't know how to play the game, but I'm going to. So I think that's like a leader card somehow. There's the hit. Oh, is that like a super boo? Oh, Kid Majin Buu. It's a reflective. That is a rare. And then, what do we got there? Oh, that's like a Kaioken Goku. Secret rare. It almost looks like a Kaioken, just because it's red and blue, almost like a God Kaioken. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. I like it. So you see, it looks like you get a rare and a secret rare in every single pack. I don't know that this specific line has any like mega hits. I just think some of the secret rares, you know what? I think there actually are a few in each set that are near the back that are maybe above secret rare, or they're like full art, or they're alternate art of a secret rare or whatever. Let's open one more. I don't completely know. All right, this is the last one we'll do on camera. Then at the end, I'll just show you all the big ones. All right. You do get an online code. I have not done anything with these yet. I think when I looked at it, you have to play Windows, but that could have been Magic, so I don't know. Krillin? Who is that? Who am I looking at? Rebet? Goku with the boulder. Oh, the dog, B. Yeah, I like B. What does that say? Oh, Galactic Donut. That is Dabura. Dabura. Oh, cool. Bodum, I got it from Universe 6. Is that the big robot? Not like the big Winnie the Pooh looking guy, but like the robot, I think, right? So Cyberman. Yeah. That looks like Goten. Almost to a hit. Unsealed Majin. I like that. All right, so there's a little hit, a shiny Frieza spaceship, a rare, and then boom. Oh, nice. I said I would like that. That's another rare. So you don't get a secret rare all the time. It's a nice shiny Jiren. It's a cool looking card. So I'm going to open the rest of these. And again, I have 3 more whole boosters to open. Booster boxes. Will I do all of that on camera at all? Maybe. We may do a live stream. I like to do some of that with the girls so they can help me. But I think that's good for the card. So let me get these things open, and then I'll take the camera down and show you the good ones. All right, here's all the rares I got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3, 27, 28, 29 unique rares. I got duplicates of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not bad, actually. Not bad at all. I'll go over them and show you. And the rares, again, they have some kind of foil effect. Jiren, Piccolo. You zoom in a little bit. No free feet. Trunks, GT Trunks, duplicate their Shin. It's one of my favorites. Extreme Ultra Instinct. And in the game, you see the background is cool. You can have 4 of each card in your hand. So having duplicate's not a big deal if you're going to actually play, which I am going to try to play. No, I was wrong. That is a duplicate there. A little bit of untruth. Apologies. Got that Vegeta, Kid Buu, Saiyaman, Golden Frieza, some Dragon Ball Daima. Daima's dub in America has finally launched, so I can start watching that. And then I want to show you Frieza Spaceship. That is a rare. So you get the rare, like the Shin from Dragon Ball Daima, and then you get the alternate art. And that will have a star by the R. See that R right there? That means rare. But you see how this is gold? I mean, just look at the, you can even, without me even moving it. The alternate art, it's full. See how that the box is shadowed? There's no box. And it has some gold on it. So I don't know if the alternate art rares are the rarest. I think the secret rare alternate art are probably the rarest. So I got 2 alternate art rares. Piccolo and a Shen. That's all the rare rated cards. And then 9 secret rare. No duplicates in the secret rare. And so these are even more unique effects. Let me see, I'll zoom in there, show you. The SR, secret rare or super rare. I think it's secret rare. It's a term. So a lot more. You know, the explosions and such. So a lot of these probably have a secret rare alternate art, which would be full art, the way this is, versus with the shadow box and stuff. You see how that takes up the whole. Those are, my guess, are probably the most valuable cards. I didn't get any of those, but I got 9 secret rares, a whole bunch of cards, and as soon as I fill them in the binder, I'll let you know. I mean, I think I have quite a few that I didn't already have, so that's it. That's it for the cards. We have toys we'll open, but that may be tomorrow. I went ahead and put these all in the book. Like I said, one of my favorite things to do. So let's see how many after opening a booster box and however many packs we had before we're missing. That's 1, 2, 3. This is to make a master set. 4, let me widen it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29, if that's right. I think it's actually 32. I think I'm missing 32 to have a master set of 4. And I was wrong earlier. It's super rare. The SR is super rare. SCR is secret rare. I didn't get any of those. There's only 5 of those in this whole set. Bandai has a good checklist. And then the star means it's an alternate art. It looks like there's only about 9 that have a star, like alternate art, that aren't super rare alternate art, the rare alternate arts, which they put at the back of their checklist for some reason. I don't like that because it's got the same number, but I'm going to leave it the way that they have it cataloged. So it was good. I got one other booster box open. Maybe we'll get nearly done, and then I'll just buy the singles I'm missing on TCG Player and hopefully have a master set. All right. Probably we'll talk to you tomorrow. It's actually 2 days later. Yesterday, just filled with work. But Mr. Rufus went to the spa today. Isn't that right, buddy? He got himself his new shampoo and cleaning and got his haircut. Rufus, Don't you look so handsome? He wants to go outside. I'm going to take him for a walk. That's what we're going to go do. And then I'm going to open those up. They had these come in. Turtles of Grayskull Rattler. Turtles is Grayskull Raphael, like Snake Man Raphael. Snake Hunter with a short fuse. Mecha Neck, the Snake Hunting Spy. And Donatello, Snake Hunting Tech Head. I think this is the end of these that I have on pre-order. This came from Indeterminate Earth sealed case. Unpunched, but I'm going to rip them open. And we're going to check them out together. Eventually, we're going to open this Mondo in this episode. But I didn't film anything yesterday. I mean, literally just a full day of work and what have you. But I still don't have a car. Hopefully, it'll be done in the next day or two. But we're moving right along, and we're going to open up these toys. We did also get in Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. It just arrived today. It's a Switch game. I think it's a remaster of a Wii game. I never played that game. I love the Donkey Kong Country platformers. So we're excited to play that. That is something that we'll play soon. We can do some co-op stuff. I'm excited. These actually came in as well. Got these for Natalie. These are last year's Ravens Nike branded shoes, Pegasus 40. This year they are black and white. I think these are much better. They never have them in my size available. But the Pegasus is kind of like their Ultra Boost, like their running shoe. And they make NFL, because Nike has the NFL license, they make Ravens branded stuff. They had these on a clearance. Only available in her size. That was the only size they had left in stock. So I grabbed those for her. I think they look great. I know, buddy. You want to go on a walk. No free feet. All right, we took a walk. Let's look at these guys. Of course, the packaging is new, too, with the Snake Men. This is like the Snake Men wave. Those are the four that are in this wave. He's like almost like a dragon-y Snake Man. Includes the comic book, Reptile Wars. All the same. The packaging on these is great. I say the comic books, I don't say the packaging, but it is great. But let's rip them open. Here we go. What is this Donatello called? I don't even remember. Snake. Oh, I didn't even take that little. Somehow I got him out without taking that tag off. It's just still wrapped around in one moment. I believe he's called Snake Armor. Donatello, they all have the same comic book. You get a little mini comic like you always have with Motu stuff over the years. You can get one of those. He's got a big shoulder pad, lots of armor on him. Face mask. And then he's got a staff, which you can make double-sided by like pegging this in and then have like this effect. Almost like a flaming staff. It's pretty cool. I think he was snake weaponry or heavy weaponry. Raphael, I like that head sculpt. It's a really good Raph head sculpt. He's got the mechanized armor. He comes with like a big claws, almost like terror claws. Big old claws. I articulated a little bit. Not really. Maybe no, not really. And then his size. And this is Mecha Neck. Again, remember the Motu characters, it's not like they're turtle-fied. This is not like mutated Motu. It's like turtles are in Grayskull. Mecha Neck. Kind of looks like a pretty standard Mecha Neck type figure. He does have a shield. Probably peg that in his back too. And a couple neck extensions there. And a club. And then Rattler, complete with the rattlesnake rattle, which is really cool. Bendy, flexible tail. I think the pink is cool. And then I think this is so you can expand up his neck as well. Make him have a big snake neck. So he's the first snake of them. I think they're pretty cool. Am I going to keep buying Turtles of Grayskull? I don't know, because all I've done is buy them. I put them in tubs. I put them in bags. I put them in tubs. I do have some on display. That's not true. But that display's coming down like I keep threatening is going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. But I mean, this is a good wave. I mean, the first time we're getting duplicates. I like less duplicates and more first-time characters. But, you know, at some point I will set up my Eternia, and I can have these guys fighting over Eternia. When that day is, I don't know. In fact, my Super 7 Cat Slayer has shipped. It's going to be in a few days. 60 pounds. It weighs in 2 boxes, and there's nowhere for it to go. And I have a Master Universe Classics Castle Grayskull. It's not as big as Snake Mountain, but it's nearly as big. And I have the Origins Eternia. I have the sewer layer, Donatello's lab. That's it, I think. I opened up all the vehicles. Oh no, I still have the helicopter, G.I. Joe helicopter I haven't opened up yet. I don't even know where to put it. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm still buying stuff in the hopes that one day I'll set it up, even though I have so much set up. I don't know. We'll get to this Mondo Rogue. In fact, I'll take it out of the shipper box here real quick and show it to you. I'm not going to open it yet, but we'll show you the box. Mondo X-Men boxes all have this comic style, which is cool. It's almost like prints or like the actual originals with notes and stuff. This is the Uncanny Rogue Mondo exclusive. They sold this during, I think, D23 maybe is when they sold it. It's a little bit different than the exclusive release, but it does have the Sentinel head, and I don't know what the difference is with the colors, but this is the one that got to like $1,000 with the Mondo exclusive release, but that was in the height of the show. I don't know what it is now. But then they released it as the Uncanny. So we'll get that open soon. That'll be the next big toy thing you see me do with the collection, is figure out how to better display 6 scale, take down a bunch of stuff, and find a home for my vintage Ninja Turtles that I've now since acquired. Technodrome, Sewer Layer, Turtle Van, some figures. I keep saying it every video. Honestly, I haven't had a weekend. This weekend coming, I want to watch football weekend. The Ravens don't play till Sunday night. But I may work on it some. But that'll be one of these videos soon. Before Toylanta, that'll get done. For 100% for sure. So I just have to find a time where that's what I want to do. Because I think it's not a laborious thing like the recent thing I did, where I had to basically take every single thing down, move it around, all the stuff in the garage, all of that. That physically was challenging. This is a lot of mental, a lot of making decisions, making some cuts, that kind of thing. And like if I can't get everything up there, deciding what am I okay with not being up there, that kind of thing. So it's all in one room, so it's not as hard to take stuff down, but it'll be, kind of mentally hard to figure out what I want to do. So that's coming. I'm not there right now. Well, again, it's 2 days later. Isn't that right, puppy? Package. It's Saturday. And what did we do yesterday on Friday? I didn't film anything. I had a bunch of stuff come in. I'm going to show you that in a second. We're going to open some more toys. Still don't have a car. So it's possible you didn't see a hunt video this week at all. Any midweek videos at all. That is possible. I am filming this 8 days before you're watching it. I have nothing other than Dub Life on Sunday that's filmed and uploaded. So we'll see. Although according to some commenters, you think I'm live doing it? People are silly. They use it to check inventory stocks. Don't do that. But we have some toys to open. Kaya passed her driver's test this morning. I didn't film yesterday, and I don't remember why. Oh, we watched Severance. Severance came back. First episode of Severance was so good. That show was so good. Should be watching Severance. It's on Apple TV. If you're not watching it, it's so good. And work was busy. Had a lot going on. Natalie and I had lunch. That was nice. We had Chick-fil-A. Oh, we had to do a lot of driving. Practicing. So not the most interesting in Natalie's car, Kaya. But she passed her test today. So we actually went to a private service where she got to take all the classroom hours, and they did some behind the wheel hours with her. So in our state, in Georgia, they have a thing called Joshua's Law. Because of an accident that happened some time ago where some kids got killed, or a kid got killed. So to get your license, you have to have 40 hours with your parent or whoever. And 6 of that has to be at night. You have to take 30 hours in a classroom. And then 6 hours with a supervised program, like a trainer. Like a person that does that for a living. So we went to a private school to get her 30 hours and her 6 hours. And they have a feature where you can take the driver's test with them, and then they send it to the government. So we did that this morning, and it was successful, and we're really proud of Kaya. She did a great job. But she doesn't have her physical license yet because we have to go to the DMV and do that. But we just bring all the certificates and insurance and whatever, all that kind of stuff to them, get her picture taken, she'll have it. So by the time you're watching this, she has her driver's license. It's hard to believe how quickly time moves. So we're there, and we've been working on that. But I do have a bunch of toys that came in, a bunch of entertainment. I don't know why they don't do pile of loot. I have a bunch of figures in here that came one by one. Even though I ordered them together, they came one by one. And that was free shipping. They've got to be getting killed on shipping costs. Like, just do a pile of loot. And I understand the logistics and the infrastructure of that may not be easy. Still. So we're going to open some toys, and then we're going to hop around because we're near the end of this video. The Chiefs play here in 2 hours. Then the Chiefs play the Texans. Then tonight is the Lions and the Rams. Is that right? Los Angeles? Is that right? No, Lions and the Commanders, Washington. And tomorrow, the first game is the Eagles and the Rams, then the Ravens and the Bills. So we're near the end of this video, but we will keep it going until we see if the Ravens win. Come on, Ravens win. Hopefully they're getting ready for the AFC Championship game right now as we speak, as you watch this. But let's open toys. I've been promising you that rogue. We're going to get to that right now in these clips. We've got Mondo, Michelangelo, came from Entertainment Earth. This one did come with the extra card. It's interesting. The two turtles have, the Mondo Gecko did not. So I wonder if it's just the turtles. A random G.I. Joe came from Entertainment Earth. All those Iron Grenadiers, that looks good. I'm near the end of all this stuff. These are like some of the last things I've pre-ordered. And they're showing up. Like, these is the last wave of Super 7 Turtles I've pre-ordered. I think that's the last wave of Thundercats I've pre-ordered. Last wave of G.I. Joes I've pre-ordered. So I'm going to try to just buy them if I want them. But Super 7 Turtle stuff. Now, I had Rat King through Big Bad Toy Store because Entertainment Earth will sell out. He's in my pile of loot, but I don't have that yet. So we got Rapper Michelangelo. We've got Battle Damaged Foot Soldier. Some cool alternate heads. New creation for them, Ninja Nomad Leonardo. I think that's Super 7's own creation. Then for Thundercats, we got Young Lion-O. We've got Quick Pick. Snarfer. Isn't it amazing that Snarfer and Young Lion-O are the same prices like that? And then Mum-Ra, the Dream Master. So we're going to get all this open and take a look at it. Turtles and Joes first. Iron Grenadier. He's nice, actually. I imagine you could use this for a lot of different troops, armies. Looks good. And he has like the helmet you can put on him. And he's got this gun, like a sword and sheath. That gun, that gun, that gun. Good looking. Mikey, Rapper Michelangelo. You know, it's the same mold they've been using, but I think the tank top looks good. I actually think it's pretty nice. With his speakers behind him. Cool boombox. The nunchuck mics. He's got his Bose headset. He's got his glasses. His chain, but it's like a pizza chain. Then he does have an alternate head. Like kind of standard Mikey head. And then look at the fists have like Mike. Almost like brass knucks, but like, you know, big rings. New character, new creation, Ninja Nomad Leo. Soft cuts that's fine. I mean, it's pretty much the standard. Oh, no, it's not actually. It's a little bit different underneath there. He's got the straw head. I kind of like that with the trash can lid. I like this hat too, though. This head too, with like the traditional kind of, I don't know, Japanese samurai style. And then he's got 3 swords. Does he have a place to put those swords under there? Yeah, he does. He has a double thing there and then one back there. Not a lot with him. And then those, I don't have the sexy Rat King. That's Big Bad Toy Store. The Battle Damaged Foot Soldier looks tremendous. I mean, the paint applications on this are great. And normally a lot of Super 7 doesn't have a lot of paint, but this one looks really, really good. With all the burnt and the metal. Char. And then it's, I mean, certainly got a lot of stuff. It's got this head, and then it's got like a, you know, like where his hands have been burnt off. Weapons all have charm. Very good. I think he's probably my favorite, actually, of the set so far. On we go, Thundercats. The Dream Master Mum-Ra is the only one that has a little bit different box. He has the like purple and green. We are getting into, with some of these, where it's like one episode. I don't even know. I don't know when this was from. I'm just a sucker, and I've bought them all, so I've kept buying. I mean, it's cool. Kind of translucent blue, nice cape. Look at this head with the things all flying. Cool effect with the tendrils. I don't know what that is. But he looks pretty cool. Quick pick. He's got tongs for hands. Looks like he's a lock picker. Like robot lizard dude. I mean, he looks good too. I think this is a toy. There's never been made one. He's got a bunch of extra hands. These tongs are technically hands. I'm not sure what this piece is. Look at the head. That's pretty cool. You could use this body probably for a lot of things. He has a cool hat. And then, what's crazy, $55. $55. $55. But then this is like $75. And so, like, why is this guy $55 and that guy's $55? If he was also $55, I'd get it, because you're just pricing the wave at the same. You're spreading the price across the whole wave. But no, the little ones aren't cheaper, but the bigger ones are more expensive. So I don't love that. I think it's a little poop on the Super 7 part as far as I'm concerned. But Snarfer, son of Snarf, he's tiny. He's cute though. He'll go onto the display. I have a room for him. I don't have a lot of room in my Super 7. Plus the cat slayer's on the way. Hey guys. And I need to find a home for it. So he comes with extra heads. This little mechanic head, that's cool. Different tails and effect piece. Then Young Lion-O. This figure was pretty popular. It was selling out early. I don't know. I don't love the young. It's using the Wily Cat, but I have no idea what this effect is. No idea. Comes with the swords, alternate head. So there you go. That is the Thundercat stuff. Let's get to the Mondo Michelangelo. Mondo vinyl Michelangelo. Beautiful. I love these. I don't know if they're toys or figures, but I love them. This one does. It comes with an extra piece of the card, this artwork. So I'm saving the ones I'm ripping for like my friends, because this artwork here on the back is pretty. People may want to keep it. But you can see how he sizes up to the Super 7 Michelangelo. They're cool. I like him. All right, on to Rogue. Uncanny Rogue. Beautiful figure. Look at these head sculpts. I like the winky one. This one has the eye beams. I feel like I should protect that. I may have to store it in that little container. I like that winky face. Fierce face. I think that's from like the show that came after X-Men animated series. I don't know what makes it the uncanny version. Maybe it has, I can't get it out. Some sort of less colors, or a different kind of color style than the animated ones. Maybe it's more realistic. Let me get it out of the bag. It's good colors to look at the difference. She's got a hand where she's breaking a gun. She's got the Sentinel base. This is the thing I think people are very excited for. Looks like she can even stand on that. I'm going to have to figure that out. I might have to let her stand on that. Let's figure that out. I do think I'm going to use the blast. They're too cool. Plus, it'll be hard to store them. Though I do like the winky face a lot. But I think that's a cool way. The base has like footholes for her. But it's not the easiest because, you know, like I have to work on it. But we're not going to do that in this video. But she's beautiful. The metallic paint seems to be the difference between this and the deluxe or the limited Mondo exclusive. Whenever Mondo has a 6-scale figure, they put up a limited edition or like direct from Mondo that you got to pay in full up front for. It's usually the same price or like $10 more expensive. And then they have the regular release. The limited edition came with the Sentinel head, the eye beams, and the winky head. If you got the regular one, you got everything else. This was something else, an uncanny version. I hate Mondo stands, so I don't use them. But you get that hand effect there. But that Sentinel base is cool. So I'll figure out how to use it, but just not right at this moment. There we go. Actually should move her a little bit. Please don't fall. So I can see Gambit with her eye beams. I think I've got it in there decently. Cyclops is soon to come out, and Omega Red is actually on their way. I'm going to have to redo that. But again, remember, these are moving into the Detolfs at some point here. But I looked, you see how they have more like cell shading a little bit? Like you see the Wolverine muscles have the little black lines. The regular Rogue has those kind of black, like, let's zoom in, like those. whereas she is more chromy. But I think it still works well, and she looks good. I like it. All right, we're at the end of the video. I'll show you anything else that happens, but we're just going to check in on the end of the football games and hope we're happy again for the second week in a row. Even though Penn State lost last week, that's okay. The Ravens won. Natalie had her fondest dream, like the fortune cookie said, come true with the Justin Tucker thing. So all is well. Well, something did arrive that I was not expecting. NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze Shredder's Throne that I pre-ordered, I don't know, a year and a half ago. No shipping, no tracking, nothing. It just showed up. Which, hey, I mean, so many people are not getting their big NECA pre-order items that I'm glad I have nowhere to put this. I'm not going to set it up anytime soon, probably. Zoom in there. This didn't appear in anything. No movie. It's based on some, like a trading card maybe, or some sort of concept artwork from on set. I don't know. I mean, it's unique, certainly. I'm just a sucker, you know? I keep buying. But, I mean, again, I paid for this over a year ago, I think. And it's my last outstanding NECA pre-order. I don't have anything from NECA pre-ordered right now, which I'm proud of myself for that. But I did want to show you that because I just showed up. Chiefs game about to kick off. Of course, the mystery box, the second one, if you watch Seth and I's live stream. Technically, my third mystery box, open one with the family. Still isn't shipped a month later. We want to do another live stream. Seth's had his for like 2 weeks. But this ships without any information. Oh, well. All right. Go Ravens. All right. It is finally a couple hours before game time, 4 o'clock on Sunday. Currently, the Eagles are beating the Rams by 3. The Chiefs beat the Texans, so the winner of Buffalo, Baltimore goes there. And the Commanders, Washington, major upset over the Lions. But I had some heads come in this Sunday from my friends Jordan and Van, the Purple Gang Gang. They each painted some heads for me. Let's see, this is Van. Let me actually pull it back some. That's one from Van with my inquisitive eyebrow. And then Van painted this one. And then Jordan. Look at that's kind of the stoic. Is this one the pouty? Sometimes not the easiest to tell. Yeah, pouty lip. And then this one is from Jordan also, with a little smirk. And included a little cowboy hat. So thanks to the Purple Gang Gang, Jordan and Van, for getting me those. And a nice little note. Appreciate it, boys. No, they did not win.
No.
Poopy. It was a very depressing. No, that's not the right word. Should have won. Could have won. Beat themselves.
Yep.
And didn't deserve to win because of it. And now the season is over. And the episode's over. So it's bedtime. Hope you enjoyed the I Don't Have a Car episode. Maybe there have been hunt videos this week. Maybe not. If I get a car back, I don't know. But poopy. All right. Squeeze it.